Hi guys, so good evening. Sorry, I actually made these slides for quite a while. That will continue this our topic on intelligence, but unfortunately, I was not able to follow up because I've been doing Angela travel. If you're in Nigeria, you know what we're talking about here. Um, yes, thank God, I just had a new grandchild, so I had to travel and go and see the baby. I've been doing Omugo for quite a while. Okay, so we are here to talk about what is social intelligence. So let's get into it. So you're welcome, guys. Welcome back to my channel. I hope that you remember to do the needful by subscribing. If you want to learn more about all this we're talking about, I hope you also take time and um, watch the other previous video. Don't forget to share because I chose to do this. So let's go on. So we are going to be talking about what is social intelligence today. Now, when you talk about social intelligence, the tendency is for us to just think, oh, okay, we talk about intelligence, like I said in the earlier video, we only think of, oh, when you talk about intelligence, about somebody getting A grades in school and all of that, but it's much more than that. So let's look at what is social intelligence. So social intelligence is the ability to understand and navigate social situations effectively, and it also involves empathy. It also involves communication, and it also involves emotional awareness. Now, I've done a whole video on emotional intelligence before. So, but I don't know. I'm still thinking about whether I want to do a follow up to that or to just leave that and put the link for you guys here. So, what we're talking about is this. Now, you talk about social intelligence because it talks about your ability to operate effectively in a social situation within a social community. In a society, the only way you can actually effectively achieve the things you need to achieve is being able to be an effective contributor. So we talk about social intelligence in this manner that when you are able to see people and you empathize with their situation, many things are happening in Nigeria now. Like somebody was telling me, I can't remember that what we were discussing, and the person was talking about wanting to be. I think we were talking about something that I wanted to do, and then the person will now say, "Oh, nobody will check." I said, "No, if there's no way you put yourself in public space that people will not go and start digging up your past. That's just the truth of it, and that is why it is smart for you to actually do the right things, so that people don't get excuse to mess you up. So this is very very key. So then also the ability to communicate. If you cannot communicate effectively, and that's why I've been doing courses on communication, because if you cannot communicate effectively, the tendency is that um people will not get what you're doing, they don't know where you're going, and they will not see your vision. I always say one thing. The Napoleon oppressor, President Goodluck Jonathan in 2015 was actually, he was doing a lot, but he was also not making people to know what he was doing. So people just felt that he was weak, he was ineffective, and for that reason, they said, let him get out. Of course, 8 years down the line, people were regretting that action. But that is just the way it is. Then also emotional awareness. Now, how do you have self control? Um do you just flare up at little things? Do you have no control on yourself? I know somebody that drinks, like the person I was telling them, oh, now I understood him after 3 days before he gets out of that drunken stupor. And that is the way, I think by the fourth day, although I was telling me, but this your theory is not working, this person is seeing it, but I saw by afternoon his eyes are cleared. I mean, that is not life. So you need to learn to have emotional control. You just get angry, you don't know how to control yourself, or you have passion. When you see anything scares you, just let yourself go. I mean, for God's sake, you should have control. So because these are the things that make people to start saying all kind of things about you. So you have to have emotional awareness, you have to have sympathy for others, empathy for others. Anyway, it calls empathy. When it is that you can put yourself in the person's place, it's called empathy. So these are the things that you need to look at when you are for you to be able to be seen as be somebody that know what you're socially aware, and you know what you're doing in a society. Then, so let's look at social intelligence again. So it refers to ability to understand and to navigate social situations, empathize with others, and build meaningful relationships. So these are the things I've said in a different way. So When you are talking about social intelligence, you're actually talking about the ability for you to do these things, for you to see, okay, we are in this situation now, then what is it that I am to do? What am I doing? Am I doing it well? Am I doing correctly? You need to know that. You need to have relationship where people can relate with you, where people can relate to you, where people can say this is what you're saying and they can understand you. So this is very, very important. Then let's look at empathy. The ability to understand and share the feelings of others. This is empathy. So I mentioned that. So you need to be able to project yourself. Of course, some people do it this negatively by because they are bad people, they will just look at you that you're also a bad person. And this is what to call. I think somebody was I was reading something and the person was saying that is projecting themselves into you because that's what they are. That's who they are. They will just project themselves to you and say you are like that, but you may not always be like that. So you need to let them know that too. There's social cognition. I've done a lot of work on this. Social cognition capacity to perceive, interpret, and respond to social situations. Now, again, this one can be used negatively in that people can now use social cognition to manipulate others, and you see that all the time. People trying to make you feel bad about yourself. I mean, when you talk about what's going on in the Nigerian politics now, you see all kind of things and you're surprised about what people are doing. You have herd mentality. Now you see people doing ethnic profiling and you are joining it and you cannot say this is not right. I mean, you may have a candidate, you may believe you have your reason for choosing that candidate, but for God's sake, when the person is doing what is wrong, let it be known that it is wrong, that you don't support that kind of thing. You may be my father, you may be my husband, but when you're doing what is wrong, I will tell you it is wrong. And that is it. So you need to have also the capacity to be able to now see that okay, this situation that we are in now, what is it about? What is it correct? Is it right? Then social effectiveness, the skill to communicate and interact successfully with others. Now, if you are interacting with people and you cannot get through, or you have this tendency that okay, this person is talking, is telling off point, you can know how you can guide the person back to it. You can know when this person okay needs help, you can perceive that. I have a situation in my house now in Lagos, and I was just telling my children, and I was just telling them this is what is putting me off about this person. Because you just look at it that okay, another person comes, your own is to say, oh, you can only receive, you don't give. So I didn't like that about it, but I got to ask myself, if this young man is living outside my house, if he has to pay his rent, he has to pay for his light, he has to pay this thing, will he still be doing as if that we are owing him for accommodating you? You do not even know how to say thank you by also being a bit responsible and supportive. And you are the one living here, you are the one having all the whole house to yourself, and you cannot do that. I think for me that is the person that is lacking social intelligence and even emotional intelligence. That's the way I see it. So somebody else may not agree with me, but that's the way I see it. So you should be able to now know how to interact effectively and to communicate effectively. That is social intelligence. So So now important of social intelligence is this, that social intelligence is the ability for you to understand and navigate social situation. It includes being aware of others' emotion and expressing empathy. So you need to be able to say that okay, when you are relating with people, you need to be able to now say, this person or what is happening here, this is the way it is, this is not the way it is, this is right, this is not right. And if you cannot have ability to discern and the ability to when to take action and when to rather to express whatever you're feeling, then that means you have not even begun. So this is very, very key. So this is that all that we need to say about this but now the only when you want to now apply social intelligence, what does it mean? It means that it's the ability to understand and navigate social situation with emotional intelligence, empathy, and effective communication. So what I will only say about this is that you need to understand this and be able within your own ability to make sure that when the need arises, you know when you need to show empathy, you know when you need to say what you need to be said. I remember once my husband was saying something that they were in a garden and he said he told them all these things people are done this and this and this wallet, and I told him you wrote them this. He said yeah, he told them. You told them because this is nonsense. And I said, okay, maybe at times it is necessary to say what needed to be said. If nobody else is even ready to say it, but it's necessary to say it. So that is that. So they are being able to do what needed to be done at the time it should be done is actually it. Now, thank you for explaining the concept of social intelligence with me. My postscript is this: will you believe that this was generated by AI? This presentation I just made. Of course, um I'm going to talk about that when we get artificial intelligence. I'm going to talk about that. So, but let me just say this, that it was generated by AI, and I just felt that let me share this so that we also know. But the anyway, not the images anyway. I did images and some are generic, but mostly the content. And then you could see that. So, like somebody said, I think it takes us to when I get to presenting the topic on artificial intelligence, I will expatiate more. So maybe there's more we need to discuss. So I will leave you to wait for that video and to watch it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and God bless you. See you guys in the next video.